What does Putin really want from Ukraine? The former head of British intelligence has named the Kremlin's main goal for today. According to Moore, the only way to achieve peace in Ukraine is to put significant pressure on Russia. And here is what that pressure should entail.
You can find more details in our report. You're watching the Glavred channel, and I'm your host, Yevhen Serov. Like this video and subscribe to the channel.
The Russian dictator Vladimir Putin has no plans to sign a peace treaty with Ukraine until he turns our country into a second Belarus. Territorial issues do not really interest the Kremlin that much, said former MI6 director Richard Moore in an interview with Bloomberg. In the United Kingdom, we have very clear views on how this war should be conducted and on how we should support the Ukrainians. Our responsibility is to convey exactly what our intelligence is telling us. For example, it tells us that Putin has no intention of making a deal, that for him this is not just a matter of territory, it's about dominance and turning Ukraine into something that closely resembles its neighbor, Belarus, he said. In Moore's opinion, the only way to achieve peace in Ukraine is to put more pressure on Russia in order to force Putin to negotiate peace. Amazingly, in his pursuit of peace, he is de facto ready to give up to 20% of his country, Moore said. The former head of MI6 also believes that the West should finance weapons production in Ukraine, since Ukraine has unused industrial capacity but lacks the funding to utilize it. There is an opportunity to put significantly more pressure on Vladimir Putin domestically. I'm not pretending that this will yield immediate results. We must be patient, we must be prepared to endure. I spoke about how absolutely crucial this situation is for the entire Western alliance, about how we absolutely must not lose this critical contest of wills, Moore stated. As previously reported by Glavred, negotiations between the US and Russia to end the war in Ukraine have so far not produced tangible results. As reported by the New York Times, Russia is facing a number of difficulties that are affecting the course of the war. However, none of these provide the US with a decisive advantage in the negotiations. In addition, the Office of the President confirmed that today, Ukrainian negotiators, National Security and Defense Council Secretary Rustem Umerov and Chief of the General Staff Andriy Hanatov will travel to Florida for talks with the American delegation on the terms for ending the war.